So just to start off, it's going to be B minor, G7, A7, and then F sharp 7. And then picking pattern, just bass note, then the next strings. So you're only plucking the second, third, and fourth string after the bass note. And that's going to be for all the chords. And then to play the B minor, it's going to be first finger on the second fret of the 5th string, and then third finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and right under that you had your pinky on the 3rd string, and then 3rd fret on the 2nd string. So that's a B minor. So it's first chord. So once again, alright. And then next chord, G7. So first finger, 3rd fret of the 6th string, 5th fret on the 5th string, and your pinky right under that, 5th fret, or on the 4th string. And then you want to add your middle finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and you want to bar the rest basically. Or actually, remove your pinky. So first finger, 3rd finger, and then you want to bar that, so that's ringing out. So you go from B minor, G7, you slide that same position that you just did up 2 frets to the 5th fret. So again, first finger barring the 5th fret, barring the 5th fret. Then you add your 3rd finger on the 7th. Then you leave the next one barred. So then you add your middle finger on the 3rd string on the 6th fret. So it should sound like this. So you go from B minor to G7 to A7. Same position that you did for the G and the A, it's F sharp. So it should sound like that. So same thing you did, but on the 2nd fret. And you just do the same strumming pattern on all the chords. So bass, notes, so. Kind of want to mute the strings, so you do, and then you let go, so you mute it. So bass, note, mute, then you let them ring. So you don't have to, but it sounds a little better. So just use my thumb to strum the bass notes, and then my first, second, and third finger to hit the higher notes. And it does that the whole entire song. You could just add different strumming patterns. So that's that. And then to do the lead, like him singing, it goes like. So it's key of B minor. So with that, all it is so it's a hammer on the third string from the second fret to the fourth fret. So and you just hit that note. So that's the beginning. So just a hammer on from second to fourth. So after that, from second to fourth on the third string, you go to the fifth string. From the third string, you go to the fourth string on the fourth fret. So second fret to fourth fret hammer on the third string, but then you go to the fourth string, fourth fret. So and you do a hammer on the fifth fret. So and just go back to that. So what you got so far is, and that's the beginning. And right after that, you do a couple hammer-ons from the second fret to the fourth fret on that same string, which is the fourth string. And then you go back to that second fret. So what you got so far to that point is and then you go to the fifth fret of the fifth string. Then you go back to the second fret of the fourth string. So it repeats that same thing a couple times. You could add different like slides and stuff like that, instead of hammer-ons and something like that. Then when it gets to the higher part, same part in the beginning where you hammer on from the second fret to the fourth fret on the third string. So but instead you go up to the second string. You could slide into it, or you could just hit the note. It sounds better when you slide into it. So you go, you slide into the fifth fret of the second string, and then right after that, second fret of that same string, same exact string, second string. So and you hammer on to the third fret of the second string. So you got, and you go back to the second. And then you do the same thing you went on the first riff, where you do hammer-ons on the fourth string from the second to fourth fret. So you could do that, or you can end it whichever one you would like. And then where it says in my grave will rot or whatever, it's and that is just 4th fret on the 3rd string. So 4th fret on the 3rd string, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and you go back to the 2nd fret on the 2nd string. And then on the next part you hit the 3rd string an extra note, and then you go to the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and you go down 3rd fret, 2nd fret. And then the soloing part is just soloing in the key of B minor, or B major, or yeah, B minor. So that's all like improvisation. But yeah, that's mainly the main part. I messed up. You can check out the full cover. I'll put the link in the description. Feel free to check out my other videos. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Thank you.